Going to separate these legs. These are primal, what we call a primal cut, which is a whole leg of lamb. Notice the branding. What a lot of people don't know and is that where the lamb comes from, what abattoir, it'll have it written on the side of the lamb in a nice pink edible branding. Break up, we're going to separate the legs straight down the middle. Now I'm going to cut it into semi-primals, and that entails just removing some of the selvage fat off the outside, and then we take out the pelvic bone. This little section in here is called the Pope's eye, and in the beast it's a beautiful little cut. It's called a Pope's eye, and in the chicken it's called a parson's nose, which a lot of people didn't know. I'm going to take this pelvic bone out. Notice the pink of the lamb. It's a beautiful colour. This is going to take the round out now. This is a semi-primal. The round can be used for grilling, barbecuing, pan frying, kebabs, or as a small mini roast. We just cut around the patella there, take the patella bone out, and then take the femur out, take it at the joint. What we're going to make here, that cut there is the lamb mini roast. Notice how lovely and lean it is. That takes a beautiful little roast just for two people, and it's always tender, cooked to the right degrees. Now this is producing now what we call an easy carve leg, which is a leg of lamb that's completely bone except for just the little shank end. We trim out all the excess fat again, take off that silver skin, which is always a bit tough, and any excessive fat that comes off the edge there, just trim that back. Get rid of all that. Now it comes down on the shank, where we just French trim the shank so that when it cooks, it's just got that nice little tip of bone. Just fold that over like that. And we're going to string it up now. We use a technique called cage rolling here, and that ensures that the meat's going to be fused together, and when it carves, when the customer carves the leg, it's just going to carve nice and neatly. It always looks spot on, and it's easy to carve. As the name inscribes, it's an easy carve leg, and that's what we want. This particular way of rolling is not always used, but I find it's a very attractive and easy way of rolling a product, and when the customer has cooked the product, it doesn't take much to take the string off. That's the end product. That's our easy carve. We take it over to the saw now and just cut that little section off the bone there. Then the customer carves it straight down when it's cooked. Now that's one of our products that we get from a primal. So we get 2 semi-primals. Then we can produce some more semi-primals out of there. So we get, again, take those excess selvage fat off. We take the hip bone out. Okay, this is another primal. It's our leg of lamb. I'm going to produce some small primal cuts and some different casserole and smaller pieces. So it's basically the same way. Take out that hip bone out of there, and then we just follow the main seam which runs down, separates the round from the top side. So just keep folding that knife down around like that, come around the patella, which is the knee cap, and follow the main seam around. Just keep folding that off the skin, pull it out. We've got a nice little lamb roast there, just enough for 2 people. All the trimming, we take that off. We use that for sausages. We put into our lamb sausages. I'm going to take the top side off now. The top side we use in the same way. We can make use it as a roast, or we can use it as small steaks. We can trim it up and put it into kebabs, or a lamb, Mongolian lamb, or a stroganoff. Just trim.
Okay, yeah.
These are and that's our other semi-primal. Next cut we're going to use, just take that cut off at that joint there. These are our lamb shanks, and we French trim those. They're beautiful, done as a slow roast, very succulent. You cook those for around about 3 hours and the meat just falls apart. It's one of our very, very popular roast casseroles. What I'm producing here is the silver side of the lamb. Again, we keep all those little lamb treatments. Take that silver skin off, the silver side. Silver side of the lamb is another small mini roast, which can be rolled or left flat. I prefer to roll it up and serve it just as a nice little roast for 2 or 3 people, again using the cage rolling. It's quite a good way of securing the meat, just to give it a bit of shape. And then you can put a little bit of rosemary underneath it, a little bit of garlic, cook it for about 35-40 minutes, and you've got a beautiful little roast there. Always useful, you know, the middle of the week when there's only a few people there. And that's our silver side roast. So then we've got, out of that one leg, we've got 4 small roasts which we can use for different cuts, and the casseroling lamb shanks. And then we've also got the easy carve lamb. That would be enough there for about 5 people, 5 or 6 people. Our lambs are all from Cowra, and they're a border Leicester crossed with a Merino. Usually around about 20 kilos in a whole carcass, which is the best type of weight that you can ask for in the lamb. Okay, so we're down in Midway at McDonough's Meat Boutique. We're in 119 North Road Ride. Come and see us, and any of these cuts that you've seen me do here, we can get those ready for you in 2 or 3 minutes. So if you don't see them out on display, don't be shy. You can just ask for them and we'll produce them for you, and it'd be a pleasure. If you need any cooking techniques on them, on how to cook them, also we can provide that as well. We can do also add the required spices or particular types of dressing that goes with it, and we've got plenty of different sorts of dressings and marinades to go with it. So come down and see us. We're only here to help you, and that's what we're all about, give you proper service. You can go to our website and order online if you like, or send us an email. Our online service is pretty full. It's got every one of our cuts in there. You'll see all these products there. So just go online at www.mcdonough's Meat Boutique, and you'll find us there, and or send us an email.